Alright, what up guys? So this video is kind of like a state of Diablo 4 slash a couple of changes I think they need to make to the game. I make a couple of these videos pretty much every season. Season 4 has been really good. It's been fun. I kind of wish there was more of a theme going on with it, but I understand that the new loot is the theme. But now that just kind of feels normal and there's nothing extra. Like, we don't have like vampiric powers and stuff was cool in Season 2. So hopefully they have like a really fun. I haven't seen if they've actually announced it. I know they have like the infernal pits and stuff like that for Season 5, but like an actual possible like theme. But I don't know. We'll see. But a couple of the changes, I think we're going to go over 7 different changes I think they could add to the game. Most of these are just like quality of life improvements, but a couple of them are like big changes that I think would make the game significantly more fun. But instead of me rambling, let's just get over to it. So we're going to start with tempering. Tempering has been really nice. I like the idea of us being able to add our own aspects, but nothing feels worse than when like you brick an item. I think they need to add the option to let us keep current tempers. So like kind of like how when you enchant an item at the occultist, you can choose to keep the current stat on the item, right? Allowing people to keep that, and then allowing us to unbrick items, but don't make it super easy, right? Like you get your 5 free rolls, and then you can also maybe trade like some of the new stones, the things that let you summon tormented bosses. Use some of those to unbrick items. So instead, you can either use them to summon bosses, or you can go to either like the occultist, or even just at the actual blacksmith, and just be like, oh well, I trade one stone for 2 re-rolls on this particular item, type of thing. I don't want another item in the game though, so allowing us to use like the stones, I think it's the best option, right? There's already a lot of different consumables and boss materials, even though they are getting rid of like everything except for the malignant hearts to summon Varshawn, but still, like I think just being able to trade a current item for a reroll would be really nice. Number 2 is making like plus ranks to items a lot easier to obtain. I have spent probably 2 weeks trying to get a weapons mastery and frigid finesse for my rogue, and I finally got one, but I ended up having to pay like almost 2 billion gold for it because it is so hard to obtain. I'm not saying it needs to be like insanely easy, but it's virtually impossible right now, and it's definitely impossible to roll them essentially. Like I have spent probably 1 billion gold on one of my amulets over time trying to roll frigid finesse, and it just doesn't ever roll. Um, like I said, it doesn't need to be like insanely easy, just a little bit more common than it is now. All right, so number 3, and I don't know if they're gonna change this when like Vessel of Hatred comes out, but we really need like a higher world tier. I would like to see more levels in the game because I really liked the Paragon system in Diablo 3 where you could just like keep leveling up, right? But obviously this game is not going to work that way. But they definitely need to increase world tier because anything that is not the pit tier 100 plus is insanely easy. Nightmare dungeons, like the power curve is insane. They really need to work on that. That's another thing, right? But it's running around in the world, there's no challenge. Going around in Helltides, that's not a challenge, right? And most people have at least like mid tier builds. Like I'd rarely see anybody that's got a crap build that's going to struggle in higher world tier or in world tier 4, like open world, right? So in my opinion, we need a world tier 5. So this one is like fairly niche and not really too important, but they still have the gauntlet from last season in the game, right? But nobody plays it. It's completely useless. The leaderboard doesn't matter. The monster levels are super easy. Like, I don't know. I would like to see maybe like a loot rework, giving people a reason to run it, making it harder to do. Maybe even separating the leaderboards between what skill somebody uses, which that would be kind of hard. But like, I don't know, comparing rapid fire rogues to penetrating shot rogues type of thing, right? Right now the gauntlet's just very it's just there and nobody's playing it. I haven't played it once this season, so. And now I know they're adding this next one with Vessel of Hatred, but I really wish there was more group content, right? Other than running tormented bosses, and I guess this upcoming we think it's a raid, there's nothing that's like you don't need to do anything with a group of people. It's Diablo 4 is completely solo, and I understand that some people like that. I like that. I am mostly a solo player, but it would be nice to have something that is actually challenging that you need a group to complete. Like you don't even need a group of random people to complete world bosses. You can literally just one shot them. At least most builds can, right? Not one shot them, but some builds can one shot them. But they're really easy. Like I think my rapid fire rogue takes like 2 bursts and they're done, right? So just like more group content, even if it's not like open world or random group finder, just something that you can run with your friends that actually challenges you. Because what am I gonna do? Run a pit tier 120 with a group of people that we all just annihilate through, right? But then we can't really do 130. For some reason, the jump from like after like 119, things just get insanely more difficult. But yeah, anyway, more group content that would be nice. So this one is kind of strange. They need to add more flat damage reduction to Paragon boards. I like that it's not on gear, because you have to think about it. Like us rogues, we run Umbrus, which I'm playing a barb mostly right now, just because I'm bored. But um, rogues run Umbrus so that they can get Dark Shroud, and then that gives you damage reduction, right? But some of the Paragon board, like some of the stuff, it's like DOT damage reduction or damage reduction from elites, like changing a little bit of that to just kind of be flat damage reduction so that you still have to use some nodes to get it, right? You still have to sacrifice some power. We don't take max life off of our chest armor and put damage reduction in, we're good, right? I don't want that, but just making it where it's a little bit more accessible. All right, and our last one, number 7, which is pertaining to like the new pets, right? And this is just kind of like nitpicky, but the pets need a bigger range because if I walk away from something, like say I'm just breezing through a dungeon, right? They they don't really pick up stuff if we're not near it when they like I don't know. It's weird, but like I'll have to walk back so the pet can go pick it up, right? And then also they need to pick up more things, particularly the animus orbs. I hate the animus orbs anyway. Like, why not just make it? Oh, you have to slay this elite, this elite, this elite, and then you're good. You actually have to pick up the orbs, but sometimes you leave them behind when you walk over them. So it'd be nice if the puppers would go pick up the animus orbs for me. Um, but yeah, that is all 7 of them. All right, I hope you guys liked the video. If you agree or disagree, let me know down in the comments and stuff. There are a couple more things that they could possibly change. I had something on my brain a second ago, and it kind of just like popped into existence and then popped right out. Um, I do like Diablo 4 right now. I quit in season 3 because I had some personal stuff going on, but also I was already getting bored before that even happened, and we weren't even a month into season 3. So season 4 has been really nice. 1 year of Diablo as well, so the game's come a long way since the beginning. I remember the very first nerf that they made where my landslide druid in the Eternal Realm lost the ability to, like, they nerfed the symbiotic thing, so I couldn't really do it very well. But yeah, the game's come a long way. We've come back up in power. Um, but yeah, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, all that generic YouTube stuff, and I will see you guys in the next video, which might take a little while because I'm running out of stuff to do with Diablo. I'm still trying to get my rapid fire rogue a little bit more powerful. But anyway, see you guys.